Hi, so we brought the fairies into the woods today and we're just going to have a look at what sort of messages we need to know. So what do you need to know today? What do you need to know today? What do you need to know? So I'll put the deck down and do one by one. So we have the Eight of Autumn here, if you can see that. The Eight of Autumn. So when you have the Eight of Autumn, it's all about practically learning, relearning, and aligning yourself with how you work. So how do you work today? Well, you've worked very hard, and you can see here that to teach others how to do a task is really instructive, but it's really useful. What are we passing down? What are we relearning? And are we getting in touch with who we are on a practical level? So here, the Eight of Autumn is always about maybe working by yourself to learn, to teach to others. So when you need to do more learning, this is the card to do it. Sometimes it's about reassessing what you are doing. So for some of you, you will see that money you've built up, you may have your own house, you have everything, you're a little bit stable. However, there is something more to be had. You're not quite there on the 10. So what these fairy oracles say is that by getting in touch with exactly what you do need to learn is essential at this time, okay? So you have the ego here, the ego card. So when we have the ego, we need to learn to let go. Just let go of the things that no longer serve, maybe guilt, shame, but materialistic things. So these fairies know to burn off knowledge, relearning, things like that. Because what we've been taught in the past, maybe from our parents, teachers, cultures, religion, does it serve us, or do we need to let go of it? So it's almost like they're burning books, burning the knowledge. That doesn't make it go away. It doesn't make our feelings or thoughts go away. In fact, it stays on the conscious level in the universe. So sometimes people say, oh, that's not real. Like Loch Ness Monster's not real, vampires aren't real, and the like. But they are, because the thought has been brought down and we really do know what they are. If you said to someone, oh, there's a vampire, everybody would know what you were talking about. So you can't burn away stuff that's been learnt. You can only accept it and release it and not focus on something in this life. So the ego is a personality and how we are as a psych person. It's the psych, it's the ego. So maybe you've built up some habits and they need to be let go of. So it all depends on what you need to let go of at this moment in time. But working hard on yourself, relearning and revising what it is that you want in life, okay? So we have an aspect of Six of Spring. So this is a great card for success. You have the success around you. You've worked very hard in others helping you to achieve that success. So you haven't done it alone, but nevertheless, there is fantastic good news. And you've done it. But like with any cycle in life, it has its ups and it has its downs. But this is a time to just go, oh, thank goodness, you know. So if you are thinking about career, money, practicalities at this moment in time, you can rest assured that what you have been after has come. In fact, when I say you haven't done it alone, if you see the unicorn here, this is spiritual help. The spiritual help that's helped you. Maybe you've been asking your guides and angels and God itself, and in cooperation, you've worked hard with that aspect. However, in order to bring about even more success, one has to tap into the auric field and make it whole, make it bright, make it shiny, get everything that's negative out of there, as in the ego, just drop it all off so your auric field can grow and get stronger and stronger. And your spiritual energy will come down and everything will be still successful. Does that make sense? So another aspect here, you have the unity. So this is another teaching aspect. So you may be teaching yourself, or you may find a spiritual teacher, leader. This is all about listening in your community. And what is your community? Well, that's yourself. It's your thoughts, your desires, hopes and dreams and wishes, as well as your physical body, your spiritual body, and tapping into your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels, and God, the divine of all love. So that's basically a good community, isn't it? So you've got that aspect working really hard for you. So what else? This can be about all types of cultures and communities coming together to share in the one thing that is love, which is all love. So if you ask yourself today, what is it that I need to know spiritually? What is my spirit trying to guide me and my soul purpose into understanding what I am supposed to be doing right now? Okay? You've also got the magician. The magician. So the magician is a great start to the journey of self-discovery and starting your new aspects. So say for instance you wanted to do the new learning of career and job, then this will give you the aspect to really tap into everything that you desire, to create what you want to balance the yang and the yin together in harmony to make things happen. So this fairy, I have good communication with him. He has a good backbone. He uses his wand, his staff, as a backbone. Sorry, the lights. He uses that as his own support system. This is to remind people that when you support yourself, then this is a good, healthy approach. So when we rely on other aspects in our life about health, then our health will deteriorate. We have to be responsible for our own ways. Our mental health, our physical and our emotional are all tied in together. And to top it all off is a spiritual help. So this is the very beginning of your journey on spiritual awakening. So when you can create and make and really influence your life in the magic of your life itself, then you can see the balance. And what at the top of the reading, the Eight of Pentacles, is all about working hard. And one of the aspects is to support yourself, being responsible for yourself, and just creating what you do want. Does that make sense? Right, one more card. So here we have the Prince of Autumn. This is a fantastic card for you to begin seeing your future bright. So what you start now, my friend, in learning, relearning, letting go of aspects as in the ego, this will give you a start to see the future, to take action for your future. So money is always going to come to you, and your future will be bright if you hold the vision. So with the Prince of Autumn, he is cautious, he is slow, but he's focused. So with that focus of intention, say for instance he had a bow and arrow and he was like the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands would just keep shooting. But the Prince of Autumn, he'd aim really careful, see his target, concentrate, hold his breath, aim, fire. Boom, got it. So this is how he focuses. Now, this is what we need to do. Focus on your goal, focus on what you want, and aim for it, but have all the right things aligned with that. So this is where the learning takes place. Relearning will allow yourself to be the best that you can ever be. So be like the Prince of Autumn and aim to be the Queen and the King. But it's in the learning process. You're still on that learning aspect. So still taking action where it's needed. But must remind you that letting go of ego, the devil aspects of guilt, shame, I'm not good enough, self-doubt, self-loathing, low self-esteem, anything that's to do with yourself, that's stopping you achieving what you want, is now a great time to be like the Prince of Autumn, aim, focus, concentrate, and then shoot your arrow into your higher self to know that this is what you want. This is what you want, your goal and your dream, and it'll get heard and then it'll be manifested. It's that easy. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Lots of love to you all. See you again. I hope you enjoy the woods.